Gotta make sure everybody in here. Mic check. Everybody in here. Yep, we is good. Just a little impromptu live. Yep, we is good. Let's go. Let's go. Gators football is back. All in all, college football is back. But Gators play tonight. Gators play tonight. And what are our expectations for this 2025 season? Now, I had them making the playoffs last year. I'm just going to say that. I had them making the playoffs last year. I said we were looking at the schedule and a lot of these big name teams, which I said, guys, it's hard now. It's a hard schedule, but I said, guys, by the time we play them, I think we should be at the point to be able to match up with those teams evenly, to be able to match up with those teams. I don't think they was going to be how high people had them by the time we played them. And that's how it played out. Tennessee, we should have won that game. Can't remember if it was the slant or the RPO to Eugene. Billy, that game was just horrible coaching decision after horrible coaching decision. Should have won that game. Could have won Georgia. DJ Ladway got hurt. So that's two games that we right there we could have won. We would have put losses on those teams, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that. This will be a little quick hits, little quick Gator Bite Live. The season is back now. Key departures. More for me, most of the people but the key that I'm looking at departures was for those that left to go to the NFL. I mean, yeah, Andy Jean, Justice Boone, Kelby Collins. I'll say out of the transfer class, Jack Piper, and then there were some people trying to make it seem like Jack Piper leaving ain't mean nothing. I mean, God, it's something. Like it was something. He was the motor, the key piece to this defensive turnaround. The motor, the engine, the attitude, what he did on those third downs coming off the edge. So it was a big loss. But based on who we got coming back defensively, I will make up for it. And then we're going to have DJ at quarterback full time. We'll make up for it. And speaking of DJ Ladway, Heisman candidate, Gatornation, we got a quarterback who's considered a Heisman candidate. Let me make sure. He's on the Heisman watch. That's the guy we got at quarterback. Okay. Now, a lot of us, which I get it. It could be. It ain't Stockholm syndrome. Maybe it's imposter syndrome. But throwing around the stats. Well, some of us we might need to tone it down on DJ a little bit. He only threw this and threw this. Guys, he was switching off with Graham Mertz. Okay. What quarterback can get in a rhythm constantly switching off like that? We all was like, Billy, okay, now once DJ showed you who he was, it should have just been DJ from the start. And you don't want to wish. I don't want to wish. You don't wish injury on nobody. But that's the only reason we got to see DJ the way we did, because of Graham's injury. But DJ got to stay healthy. I mean, he is probably starting to get that injury prone moniker. He's starting to get that injury prone moniker. If he could come in, finish the season out healthy, I think we are going to be just fine. Like I said, I'm gonna predict it to the end, but I'm gonna let y'all know, if I predicted it last year, I'm definitely predicting it this year. Gators are going to the playoffs. But those that left because of the draft, Tamir DK, now he was our deep threat, our special teams returner. We got wide receivers that can come in and do that. Cam Jackson, D Lyman, Jason Marshall, Shamar James, Charquez Bridges, Crawshaw, and Mertz. Now, we got a kicker coming down the pipe behind Crawshaw. So those are the guys we had leaving. But if you look at our returners, PFF did an article on the top. Let me put it right here. Did an article on the top returning players in 2025. Guess who they got number one? Guess who they got number one? Center for the Gators, Jake Slaughter. That was funny. I believe it was him. They were like, "Oh, you're going to announce that you're coming back." I didn't know if there was an announcement. I thought you just came, because college football is so different, man. But Jake Slaughter coming back is huge, huge, huge for this Gators offensive line. He was definitely going to be a draft pick. Could have potentially been first, second round draft pick. Jake Slaughter. That's the guy who decided to say, you know what? I'm going to come and stay for DJ Ladway's true full season. DJ Ladway is going to have an experienced center who had the only center to earn an 80 PFF grade. Now, again, like I always say, people, you feel how you feel about PFF. But he's the only center to earn an 80 PFF. He was going against Walter Nolan, Alfred Collins, Omar Norman Lott. So, again, DJ having a guy like that at center is huge. Him anchoring that offensive line is huge. I'm expecting that offensive line to come in and be better this season. That's that. Who they got at number 7? Tyreek Sapp. PFF grade of 90. That's 10th among all edge rushers, 2nd among returning edge rushers. So Tyreek Sapp came on huge after that defensive turnaround. Tyreek Sapp was huge. Him, George Gums, he's coming back, by the way. Lyons is coming back healthy. Miles Graham, we gonna really dive into it. But again, like I stated, after some of the names that I mentioned that did leave, especially because of the draft, like Shamar James, especially because of like transport portal, Justice Boone, and those guys like that, Tyreek Sapp and Jake Slaughter coming back, that is huge for this Gators team. Trey Wilson, Trey Wilson is back. Now, y'all might not like what I'm about to say about this right here. I see how long. Trey Wilson is back. Had hip. What he had? Hip and knee surgeries. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not sold on Trey Wilson, but I'm more so interested to see what we got from these freshmen. The Nations, the Vernell Browns, the Dallas Wilsons, then the J. Michael Sturdivant. Those receivers outside of Trey, I more so care about them. I'm more so interested in them. I'm not gonna say Trey ain't gonna give us none, but I get why we like Trey, but he was just, I don't know. He one of those, he never really still popped to me for us to be, oh, Trey Wilson's back. He's had 2 surgeries, guys. Like, let's pump the brake a little bit on Trey Wilson, and I'm one of those. Let me see what you do first before I'm all aboard the Trey Wilson train. But I think we're gonna get more out of them freshmen than Trey Wilson. But I mean, that's me. That's just me. And defensively, like I stated, Caleb Banks is back. He started to come in again towards the end of the year around that defensive turnaround. Starting to be talked about, making his way into draft boards. So I'm expecting him to also make a jump. Now, and then the guys that we got coming in from the portal. A lot of people, we were mad about the portal, Billy in the portal. didn't get this guy, didn't get that big name guy, didn't get, but what you say, what they say, addition by subtraction. What's the addition by keeping? That's what we're gonna say. Addition by keeping. Billy keeping a lot of these guys. That was our transfer portal guy. And I think people who we've come to understand and realize that I was even one of those things. Why we didn't get this guy? Why we didn't get that guy? But then you realize who is coming back. You don't need a trend. These guys are coming back. The same guys are coming back playing with each other. Now, let's just hope it translates into they got better in the off season. Let's start quicker. Let's stop having to keep having turnarounds and just bring that momentum from last season into this season. So that was our transfer portal. But we did get some guys, Stubbs, Brendan Beck, the Caraways. So we did get some guys, but again, it was more so about keeping our players rather than transfer portal again outside players. Because keep your core, keep those same guys playing together. Now, last season, we had the number one toughest schedule and finished 7-5. The number one toughest schedule and finished 7-5. Them 2 games I told y'all we should have won. That's 9-3 right there. That's 9-3. So, like I said, I predicted playoffs. That 23-17 loss to Tennessee in overtime. Tennessee was a playoff team. They got stumped, but they were a playoff team. Horrible coaching decision. I believe it was a slant or out route to Eugene instead of just QB sneaking with Ladway. But then you decide to QB sneak with Mertz and he fumbles. So I guess it's one of those I learned. So I just, why you ain't put DJ in there to do the QB? Why you ain't put DJ in there to do the QB sneak? But again, I'm excited. I'm excited for the season because, like I said, I think we made the playoffs easily. Howard, McCray, Childs, Graham, Sharif Denson, Gates, Cormani McClain, Stubbs, Thornton. I believe this defense is going to be able to pick up where they were last year and leave, be even better, come in game 1 against LIU. I think we should put up at least 60. Like, if we don't put up at least 60, I'm gonna be mad. Like that. Like that's the type of momentum. That's the type of momentum. That's how you need to go into the season. Come in and put up 60. So now let me share to go over this Florida Gators schedule. Official predictions for the Florida Gators schedule. Right here, like I just said, LIU. That should be an easy dub. I need at least 60. That's a W. Wish I knew how to draw a W on that mug. South Florida just stumped Boise State. So that ain't going to be no easy win. That ain't going to be easy at all. But that's home. It's a W. These 2 are where I'm torn because I feel like they're going to lose at least one of these. Especially, I feel like LSU is going to try to get they get back. That's at LSU. We're winning this one for sure. We're winning this one. I'm gonna say it. WLSU. WLSU. If DJ Ladway is who we think he is, and if this defense is who we think they are, picking up, especially after a 2-game warm-up, I'm gonna go W at LSU. These are the type of games we gotta win, guys. I mean, if we think we're gonna be where we need to be, that's the game. That's the game we need to win. So I'm gonna go W. So right now I got us 4-0 because Miami, that's a W too. Carson Bet. This is a W. Texas is a W. We went. DJ got hurt. They drubbing us in Texas. You see right here, that's UF Family Weekend. Texas, that's a W. Now here, I'll give us an L right here. You go ahead. I'll give us an L at Texas A&M College Station. They also trying to come in, pick up where they left off, make it to the playoffs. I'm not going undefeated. I'm not doing that. I'll give us a W here. Mississippi State, W. Georgia, It's a W. Again, if we are who we say we are, that's a W. Kentucky, I believe that's a W. Now here's where I'm gonna give us an L here because I believe they are coming for vengeance as well after what we did to them last season. I'm gonna go an L at Ole Miss. We are at the end later half of the season, so we got playoff implications. They probably don't want to try to knock them out again, so I go L there. But Tennessee, we are winning that. We're coming back with a vengeance. In Florida State, we're going to drubbing Florida State. That's in the swamp, senior day. So what that is, 2 losses. That's 9. What that is, 10-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 6, 7, 8, 2, 19. Yeah, 10-2. So I got us going from 7-5 last year to 10-2 this year. I believe I can. Oh no, never mind. I was trying to just draw on here so y'all can see. But I got us going 10-2 from 7-5 last year to 10-2 this year because, like I said, there was 2 games we could have won, should have won then. So just add another. I'm just adding another dub to the 2 games we should have won then. Billy Napier, Billy Mofo Napier. That is where the season lies. Billy Napier. Has he gotten better with the coaching decisions he chooses and decides to make? You can't just heavily rely on DJ Ladway to get us out of this situation, that situation. Make better coaching decisions. Like I said, it's going to keep eating at me, that Tennessee game. If we don't have no Tennessee games, we are going to be solid. If Billy Napier has learned from those horrible coaching decisions he's made these past seasons, if we can start faster, let these 2 games be your warm-up games, LIU and USF. But don't take USF lightly, because again, we just saw them drubbing Boise State, and that's probably not saying much. That's why I said Ashton Jeanty was the Heisman, but that's not the hit or there. But Gator Nation, enjoy. That's my predictions. That's my expectations for the 2025 season. Making the playoffs, going 10-2. I believe 10-2 could also get us into the SEC championship game. And if you win that, you automatically in. But 10-2, SEC championship game, playoffs. Enjoy. Make sure everything done before you try to have fun. Peace. Good.